Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword, part something or other. I can't remember which part, and they're named differently on YouTube and my website anyway, because YouTube used to have a 10-minute time limit, then they changed it to 15 minutes, and now it seems to be infinite minutes. Perhaps I'll try and test that actually. I will upload a video that is 1 pixel by 1 pixel resolution, and I will make it 100 hours long, and I'm going to test out YouTube's time limit. Hey, you remember how I said that I was going to fix the audio for this episode?
That's right, Major, you did!
Well, I lied. Not intentionally, but I already played through this bit, and I'll be damned if I'm going to do it again, because it's friggin' annoying. But I promise I'll have it fixed for next time. Haha. Anyway, I'll just click shut the hell up and go into the bar. So in here they've got a fantastically stereotypical guy with a fiddle in the corner and some fantastically stereotypical Irish dudes. As usual, I'll just scan the bar for things to click on, people to talk to, and let's click on this guy.
The guy with the fiddle seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him.
Well, seems like the thing to do since he can only play the same 2-second musical loop over and over again.
He wasn't listening.
Yeah, you can't actually talk to him. Let's try these guys.
The guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture.
Fairly standard patron then.
There was a vacant look on his cow-like face that said quite clearly, "Nobody home." His elbow rested on an obviously soggy piece of towel.
Always carry a towel!
The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel.
This guy down here looks almost exactly like George, except he has different coloured clothes.
I recognized the guy from McGuire's description. He was real twitchy.
Yep, that's Fitzgerald, and I'll just check out this other guy.
I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their clothes or the length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses.
If you didn't quite understand that, it's because if you watch this guy, he sneezes intermittently, which is important for later.
Hi, my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Introduce yourself like James Bond.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
What can I do for you?
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Oh god, he's like an old McGuire.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat.
So we can make a dinosaur amusement park, obviously.
Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavoured condoms, more likely.
Holy crap, man, this game has an age rating of 12.
Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
I do not think it means what you think it means.
Is it true that Pegram found a valuable gem?
What? What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat?
Time for exposition!
That gem is the talk of every town from Lochmarn to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me. The lucky sod. So that's why he scampered.
These guys are so boring to talk to compared to McGuire.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He does joined up writing.
Wow.
Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
I sure am. Lying is always the correct answer.
That's right. Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
Troll.
You're an archaeologist. And you're asking us about the castle.
Well, I did already ask the kid outside, but,
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me.
now, Skeeter, he ain't hurting nobody.
How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
Powerhouse excitement!
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No. But you should show that to my granny. She could tell you fortune from it.
From a soiled tissue?
Soiled?
Sure. Some people read tea leaves. My granny reads handkerchiefs.
Oh yeah? Well, I read flavoured condoms.
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
I'm going to start using that as an excuse not to shake people's hands now, regardless of whether or not I'm in a pub holding a beer at the time.
What do you make of this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
Another
That's
one!
right. I found it in Paris.
Well, you look at that. A French sewer key. Marvellous.
Behold my Parisian sewer key and bow down before your new god.
Bye for now.
Accidentally racist in 3, 2, 1.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
I always forget that this place is also an inn.
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
I'm looking for a man named Fitzgerald.
Fitzy? What's he done?
I believe he may have worked at Peagram's Dig.
Sean Fitzgerald. Work. You got the wrong guy.
Do you know a man called Peagram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Does Facebook friends count? Like?
In a manner of speaking, I am.
Right, me boyo, 160 quid he owes me, pay up.
What?
That's Peagram's business, not mine.
Ah, but he's done a bunk, hasn't he? Scampered.
I know. That's why I'm here, to look for him.
And what about the money he owes me?
When I find him, I'll remind him about it.
I guess you won't believe me if I say I don't know him
Did
now.
Peagram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast. He couldn't have had breakfast this morning. Not unless he had it afore he went to bed. What the hell are you talking about, Doyle? The history fella. I seen him this morning. Crack of dawn. I had to get up at 4 o'clock to see to the missus. I didn't know your wife was sick, Pat. She's not.
Rating
Anyhow,
of 12
I went out
plus,
to empty the
people.
bucket. And what do you think I saw? For the love of God, Doyle, get to the point. It was the history man heading out to the village on a bicycle.
Not a bicycle!
Hand over me money or I'll throw you out.
No. I've still got loads to talk about.
Can I see Peagram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment. That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a gutful of stout. I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home. I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
That's one of my favourite phrases.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
Don't change the subject. Are you going to pay me Peagram's rent or not?
No way. Listen, I'm not really his friend. I've never even met the guy. But I need to find Peagram urgently. I think his life is in danger.
Damn right it is.
Excuse me for butting in, Michael, but I think the young fella's telling the truth.
I'm sorry I bit your head off, sir.
Well, that's okay. I understand. I guess.
Dick.
Have you served any, clown?
No, you're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Would he be having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so.
I actually don't understand if that was in reference to something.
What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle. It's only an old ruin anyway.
Second person?
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people.
I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say.
Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Mick. That's the way to deal with journalists.
And now we finally get to the fun part, the drinking.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and warm with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
That is actually the perfect description. And so he pours a pint and places it on the bar. Time to get drinking.
Thanks.
And the special technique to drinking this is to click on it, and he takes a drink, and you click on it again, and he takes a second drink, and on the third click he finishes it, which is a hell of a lot quicker than I can finish a pint.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it.
Go on, you know you want to.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honoured fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar utilising the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
That's original gravity, mind you. None of this genetically modified gravity that we have today.
Thanks.
Did anyone notice George handing money over to this bartender? I don't think he actually pays for these drinks. Anyway, it's about now that if I were George, I'd start looking for the bathroom. Oh look, there's no toilet in this place.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the... I felt strangely compelled to order another.
Do it, bro.
Excuse me.
This guy has slow reactions.
Yes, sir?
Hey, how about another drink?
Same again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners and money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
And I have to patiently click on it 3 times again so he can finish it.
Thanks.
Now, while I said he can drink faster than I can in real life, for a game, this is really slow and annoying, so I'm going to speed it up. Okay, I think that's enough to be a little tipsy.
It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever.
That's the beer pump he's talking about, by the way, in case you're finding it a little difficult to see. I wonder what happens if I try and use it.
I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last.
Perhaps you should have engaged this philosophy when you started stealing things from people in Paris, George.
It was a telephone, incongruous in the rustic setting of the homely bar.
There are actually quite a lot of things to click on here. I'll just go for this one.
The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge on a medieval castle.
So let's walk round and try and use it. And I'll just stand here like an idiot for a while the barman's animation loads.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
Ever? We'll see about that.
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
I'm just going to click on and try and use everything.
Get out.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
That reminds me of a place I used to work.
Get out.
Okay, so that's enough pre-barricading about the bush. Let's go over and talk to Fitzgerald and stand here for ages while the animation loads again.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
What?
I need to speak with you urgently.
Right, see what I mean? Just look at this. He sits there and he looks around, and I get that he's meant to be suspicious, but it takes forever.
What's the problem?
Today, Junior.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
Cool, then I can take him upstairs to the room and... Is this mic still on?
Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
McGuire says you did.
You don't believe that damned hooligan, do you?
Why not?
His probation officer could tell you a tale or two.
Okay, fair point, but it's fairly obvious you were there, so just shut the fuck up and tell me what I want to know.
Have you heard about the gem which Pegram found?
I heard a rumour, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can you?
I'm actually going to have to torture you, aren't I?
Where can I find Professor Pegram?
I heard he's gone fishing. I don't know where.
I presume he misunderstood sleeping with the fishes.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died.
Holy shit!
We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
You lying bastard! Time for the torture!
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone.
Fuck, why is there no option to break his thumbs?
What do you think this tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong. It's for opening manhole covers.
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every day.
I'll learn you.
See you later.
Well, since he was horrifically tight-lipped, I've got no choice but to end the conversation, so I'm going back outside. I'm surprised George's speech isn't slurred with all those drinks he had. I can't believe I have to talk to McGuire again just to ask whether he was lying.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
That's what I've been saying!
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
This boy is skilled. Perhaps I have a use for him after all.
Do you know where I could find Fitzgerald?
He's inside.
I know.
But you won't get no sense out of him.
How come? Is he drunk?
He's like a frightened rabbit. A real bag of nerves. Why, the fella's scared of his own shadow.
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover. But don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
Lubricant? That's what blood is for.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
So back into the bar we go, so I can lube up Fitzgerald. Oh yeah! As I entered the bar, I was overwhelmed with the smell of sweaty gym socks.
Hey!
Hello there again, mister.
Hi there!
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
I already did 2 lubrication jokes in a row. Quick, next line!
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle?
Oh, Doyle!
Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 pint of brown coming up.
So I have to bribe this guy with a pint of brown. Now, whenever anyone mentions the name brown in relation to alcohol, I always think of this cocktail called a Strangely Brown that one of my friends invented, and that's not something a human being can drink a pint of.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Big Boss. Now, I was looking for a picture of Big Boss to put in there, and I came across this picture on Google Images of Boxy, and I thought it was far funnier, so there you go.
Bye for now.
Okay, time to do what Stobart does best, and that's harass the shit out of some poor guy. Oh yeah. So we're going to harass Fitzgerald until he breaks.
Hello.
Talk to me about digging.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
Now, I didn't alter this footage here at all. He actually wastes 9.5 seconds just looking around. That's so infuriating to play.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught.
Well, if you knew you'd get caught, why didn't you take measures to prevent it?
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
Just my luck. Grassed up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean.
You're
That's
right.
between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving.
And we're treated to another 9.5 second break while he looks around mid-conversation, no less.
He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Ooh, what do I ask him about first, Castle or the package?
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
Now, I do want to talk more about the package, but I don't want to risk losing the conversation of the castle by furthering the story, so let's ask about the castle.
What did Pegram find at the castle?
The entrance to an underground chamber. It was filled with earth and rubble, and Pegram had us dig it out. We uncovered a secret room, a hidden chapel.
And the bones of 43 schoolboys that the priests had raped and murdered.
Did Pegram find the gem in the altar room?
I don't know. He made us leave and wouldn't tell us why. Half an hour later he came out. White as a sheet he was. He closed down the dig and locked up the castle, sent us all away.
From the sound of it, Pegram had discovered more than just the gem.
Maybe he just sharted and was really embarrassed about it.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris, Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Marquet!
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No, why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
And with that, he runs outside. And we're treated to some awesome cinematic coolness. I'm just gonna shut up and let it play out. When it finally happens. Why does the game keep doing this to me?
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, McGuire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes? And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
By the way, I didn't mess up the audio for when Maguire popped his head in the door there. That's actually what it sounds like in the game. Yes, it's that terrible. Okay, the cinematic coolness is actually this next bit. Sorry to get your hopes up there. Ho ho!
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I, and I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass, but the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Sounds like our famous costumed killer.
Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Well, to me it looked like it happened really, really slowly.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy caught up in a whirlpool of intrigue.
And you're drunk.
Oh.
Not so.
Yeah, you've been drinking mucky beer in the boozer.
Only a few glasses.
Of all the times I've played this game, I've never actually heard that before.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Okay folks, we'll leave it there for the day. Now, I was only going to put the credits at the very end of the Let's Play, but I realised I should probably do it per episode. I will get round to adding them to previous episodes and re-uploading them, so that will also give me an opportunity to put the full-size episodes on YouTube as well. You know, I'd really like to watch a Donkey Kong Country Let's Play. I wonder if anyone I know has done one. Thanks for watching folks, see you next time.